Hi everyone, I'm hoping not to be before you long. This is a testimony video that I was supposed to put out a long time ago, but I feel led to now, and I kind of have more of the strength right now, and yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get into it. Honestly, this is hard because I want to do this video and I want to be obedient, but just the thought of recapping the last 2 years, which is exactly what God wants me to do, is like, so yeah, here goes. So September 2022, I had just moved into a new apartment, and this move was kind of heavy because I was moving out of an apartment with someone who I had considered a friend at the time, and there was so much that happened before I moved again, and God had just been so intentional with me, and so he just did a lot of really big moves in my life, and he told me that he was going to move me into an apartment. So this was coming off of me believing that I was going to be living in an apartment on my own. And yeah, I thought I was going to be living in an apartment on my own in the Bronx, and I was having like big, huge, crazy faith for it, and that did not happen. And through a lot of events I'm not going to get into now, but it was a lot. It really was a lot before I moved into this apartment. And I moved, and God had provided me with a way to move in with someone who I kind of I met at an art event, and I didn't take God's hint to move in with that person and have that be my roommate. And because I didn't take his window, I ended up going through a multitude of events through this crazy wilderness that I won't get into, but basically I was hopping from spot to spot, just trying to get my footing. I put my things in storage, and I was also staying with someone temporarily who I thought was a friend, and it was just people were starting to show true colors in those times when I was most vulnerable, and I really needed a place to kind of gather myself and marshal my resources and use what I had. And I'd saved up so much money in order to move and establish this new place that I was believing in God for. And during that time of transitioning and not following the opening that God gave me, money was just draining from my account, like left and right. Every day some new expense was coming through, whether it was coming through the moving, the rental truck, or storage, or just things coming out of the woodworks. And the person who I thought was a friend, and just, oh my gosh, when I think about, I don't even want to tell you because I had saved up so much, and then it was like basically gone. And so by the grace of God and him using my dad to help me get myself situated, I moved into this new apartment in September 2022. And so it felt like kind of being able to settle and not be moving from place to place. But hold on just hold on, because things just start happening.